so much torment and sorrow give her.
Right, all the sorrow that was done to you and your people, right, the Lord is going to reward this place for all the destruction that they gave your people, right, our people, right, he's going to reward it with destruction. Drop down to 20.
Right.
Verse 20. And this is what you should be doing, sister, because this is good news. Right, let me get that in our
That's right. Right. Rejoice over her, now heaven.
Rejoice over her, now heaven, come on.
And ye holy apostles and prophets. For God have avenged you.
For God have what?
Avenged you.
The Lord have avenged us. When America's destroyed, we will be avenged for all the wrong that was done to us. All the sitting in the back of the bus. All the, you ain't nothing but a boy, don't drink out of this water fountain. Right? All the, I'm better than you. Right? And the white man can't hold a candlestick to none of these brothers up here.
We are kings and priests, I gotta shine when I maneuver. We be in the street, y'all niggas hide behind computers. We trying to escape the parable of sour grapes. So if you want to keep his grace, you better seek YAHAWAH's face.
Verse 2 from the top. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unfaithful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, accusers of the brethren,
Accusers of the brethren, come on. They eat them right, come on.
incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good.
Right, and these is the spirits that we're seeing in the last days, right? And we got to rebuke it, right, with the spirit of the Heavenly Father, man. Read what you got. 20, chapter 22, verse 4.
God, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 4. By humility,
Let me get that in Psalms.
by humility,
By what?
by humility,
By upping.
by humility,
Right, come on.
and the fear of the Lord are riches, are riches, and honor, and life.
Right, and life. You enter in the life with humility. Let me get that in Psalms 149 and 4. Right, let me stay there in Proverbs. Let me get 15 and 13.
God, this is the book of Psalms chapter 149 and verse 4. For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people.
Come on.
He will beautify the meek with salvation.
No, he gonna beautify. No, he gonna beautify the justified in the self. Come on.
He will beautify the meek with salvation.
The meek with salvation. Right, drop that. Get Matthew 5 and 5.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 33. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom.
Right, the fear of who?
The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom.
Right, so that's how blacks and Hispanics, right, are actually going to be smart when they fear, right, YAHAWAH. Come on. Right.
And before honor is humility.
And before honor is humility, right? So we have to be humble in these last days, right? Because that's who the Lord, right, is going to be using. Let me get that in Psalms, right? What Psalms 29 and 8, something like that. Right, who should go?
God, this is the book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 5.
25 and 9. It's a lot.
Blessed are the meek.
Blessed are the right.
Blessed are the meek.
Blessed are the meek. Come on.
For they shall inherit the earth.
For they shall inherit the earth. Let me get Proverbs. Proverbs 12 and 15.
God.
No. GNT. No.
This is the book of Psalm chapter 28 and verse 9. Save thy people and bless thine inheritance. Feed them also and lift them up forever.
That's 25. No, Salaki. Chapter 25, verse 9. Salaki.
Yeah. Psalms 25, verse 9. The meek will he guide in judgment.
Right, the meek will he guide in what?
In judgment.
Right, so meek people truly understand the judgment of the Lord. Right? You know what I mean? Not you foreseeing it. Right? Right. Read the top.
God. Psalm 25 and 9. The meek will he guide in judgment.
Right. The meek will he guide in judgment. Come on.
And the meek will he teach his ways.
Right. And the meek will he teach his ways. Right. And the brother Pakiela, right, to take a little step back, right? You know what I mean? He said a little joke about me. He was like, you know what I mean, saying like, yeah, like your brother, he the nicest person in Israel, right? And it was saying in a joking way, right? That's my brother, I love him. But in all honesty, I'm gonna take that as a big up. Why? Because like that, you can't really train yourself to have meekness and humility, right? If you don't already have that as a character installed in you, right, you can only try to slowly build that in you, right? Not saying that you can't have it, but if that's not already something that's engraved already in you, right, then it's hard to already try to build it up, right? It already has to be established in you, right? So obviously, bro was just, you know what I mean, joking on me, but I take that as a big up, right? For the spirit of the Heavenly Father. So read what you got.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12 and verse 15 in the GNT.
Let me get Matthew 23.
Stupid people,
What?
stupid people always think they are right.
Come on.
Wise people listen to advice.
Right, so wise people actually hear people out, right, and listen to advice. Thus saith the Holy Bible. Let me get that in Matthew. Matthew 23 and 11.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23, verse 11.
Right, let's get YAHAWAH. Let me get Philippians. Right?
But he that is greatest among you
For he that is greatest among you, come on,
shall be your servant.
shall be what?
Shall be your servant.
Right, for he that is greatest amongst you, right, shall be your servant. Right, this is YAHAWAH. Come on.
And whosoever shall exalt himself
Come on.
shall be
And
abased.
whosoever try to uplift their own self shall be what?
Be abased.
Right, and if the Lord lift you up, right, you have to actually put yourself down.
Right. And he shall humble himself.
And he shall what?
And he that shall humble himself shall be exalted.
And he that humble himself shall be exalted. Right, so the Heavenly Father going to exalt you. Let me get James 4 and 10. Right, let me get that in Philippians. Philippians 2
Sister's
and
a Gadite.
Huh? She's a Gadite. All praise to the Most High God. Sister, do you know that you're found in the Bible, in the Spirit of the Lord? Right, so let's get that. Let's get that. Drop everything. Let me get Ezekiel 16 and 11. Let me get Lamentations 5 and 4, right?
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 11. I decked thee also with ornaments,
Right, come on.
and I put bracelets upon thy hands.
Right, so the Lord said he decked his people, right, certain people with ornaments. Right, sister, who go around and say that they decked out? What race of people do that? Right, black people, blacks and Spanish. We go around and say, yeah, look, I'm shining. Right, you don't see me? But I'm glistening. Come on.
And put bracelets upon thy hands, and a chain on thy neck.
Right, and the chain on our neck, come on.
And I put a jewel on thy forehead.
Right, and put jewels on our forehead, right, because we kings. Right, so we used to have, right, crowns on our heads, lock it, come on.
And earrings in thine ears.
Come on.
And a beautiful crown upon thine head.
Right, and a beautiful crown upon our head. Right, so the Lord had us back in days when we was ruling, right? He had us very beautiful, right? Very prestigious. Let me, he got Lamentations. Let me read that, 5 and 4.
5 and 4, come. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 5 and verse 4. We have drunken water for money.
Right, so the Native Americans, right, they were the original inhabitants of this land, right? Read that part again.
We have drunken our water for money.
We have drunken our water for money. Why should Native Americans have to pay for water, right, when their great-grandparents owned this land? Come on.
Our wood is sold unto us.
Right, our wood is sold unto us. Right, so we have to actually buy houses. Right, I mean, our people, we gotta buy houses with wood, but all this stuff belongs to us, which is crazy because actually you don't even need to knock down whole forests to end up setting up houses. Right, this person, right, that people call the so-called white man, which he's not white. Right, he's actually a slight less redder than your shirt. Right, that's it. I give him a tiny bit less. Right, you know what I mean? Because his blood showed forth through his skin.
Right.
So what's actually he actually is what's called translucent. Right, because you can see through him. Why did the Lord do that? Right, He wants you to know who the true murderer on the earth is. You know what I mean? That's why you can see his blood, because that's all he does is he thirsts for blood. Right, so that's why the Lord said in Ezekiel, since you have no problem spilling blood, then your blood got to get spilled. Right? So that's why we coming out here, sister. We're coming out here to let our people know that salvation is coming. Right? For blacks, Hispanics, for all the oppression and hatred that was shown to them. Right? That the Lord actually has a promise for them. Let me get that. Let me get Revelation. Let me get Revelation 18. Right? Because this place, man, God,
Bring it out.
Revelation chapter 18. Verse 6.
No, starting with the
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her work.
and double unto her, double according to her works. Come on.
Fine. In the cup which she had filled, fill to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her.
Right, all the sorrow that was done to you and your people, right, the Lord is going to reward this place for all the destruction that they gave your people, right, our people, right, he's going to reward it with destruction. Drop down to 20.
Right.
Verse 20.
And this is what you should be doing, sister, because this is good news. Right, let me get that in our
That's right.
Right.
Rejoice over her, thou heaven,
Rejoice over her, thou heaven, come on.
and ye holy apostles and prophets.
Come on.
Come. For God have avenged you,
For God have what?
avenged you.
The Lord have avenged us. When America's destroyed, we will be avenged for all the wrong that was done to us. All the sit in the back of the bus. All the you ain't nothing but a boy. Don't drink out of this water fountain. Right? All the I'm better than you. Right? And the white man can't hold a candlestick to none of these brothers up here. That's
Right. And for God have avenged you on her.
Have avenged you on her. Come on.
And a mighty angel took up a stone,
Right.
he took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence,
No, that's what marching.
That's with violence.
No, that's what holding hands.
thus
with violence.
The Bible says thus with violence. Come on.
shall that great city Babylon be thrown down.
Babylon is going to be destroyed with violence. It was taken from you by violence, so it's going to be destroyed by violence.
That's
The white
right.
man only knows violence.
Come.
So this is how he got to reciprocate it. It's through violence.
That's
Come
right.
on.
Come. And shall be found no more at all. And the voice of harpers
The
and
voice of what?
the
Voice of harpers.
and musicians and of pipers and of trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee.
Right, and this is how we know it's America. We know it's America through a lot of different reasons, right? But where are the greatest musicians, right? The greatest band members, right? All the greatest people is artists is come from America, right? So the Lord said that the greatest people in the world, all this music, right, won't be heard no more in Babylon, right? That's how we know it's America. Because once this place is destroyed, you won't hear no more Jay-Z.
Right.
There will be no more Lil Wayne.
Right.
At that point, come on.
And no craftsman of whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee, and the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee.
Jump to 23.
Verse 23. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee.
Right, that statue in New York holding the that Statue of Liberty holding the flame, that ain't gonna shine no more. Right, it's gonna get knocked down with nuclear missiles.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee.
Right, ain't nothing gonna be heard no more in America. It's gonna be destroyed with nuclear fire. Come on.
Right. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth.
Come on.
For by the sorceries,
By what?
for by the sorceries were all nations deceived.
Right, by sorcery was all nations deceived, right? By witchcraft, right? That's why Obama told countries that was in Africa, right, unless they agree with the homosexual agenda, that he wasn't going to help fund the money. You see that? Like, this is why he said that, right? So if y'all will not apply to this homosexual agenda being pushed in America, we ain't going to help fund y'all, right? We're going to let y'all starve. Right, so America always want to go in people's backyard and tell them what's right and wrong, but they never want to stand up for what all the atrocities that they did. Right, and that makes them what? It makes them hypocrites, right? Because they want to go and they was telling a Saudi Arabia country, right? You can't treat your people like that. How can you give them water like that? But last time I checked, Flint, Michigan is still drinking light brown water. You know what I mean? So how can you go and tell that man how to live on his block when your block still got trash all over the sidewalks? Right. Clean up your house, just like how the Bible said, get your house in order and then put a moat out of that brother's eye, right? Or that brother's eye. But why? America don't live by the Bible, right? They live, thus saith Satan. That's what they live by. They live by Satan rules, right? And that's why we're coming out here to condemn America and tell its future, right? That it's going to be destroyed with nuclear fire. What you got?
God, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, and verse. I'm gonna start at verse 10. And the sons of the strangers, the sons of the strangers shall build out thy wall.
The sons of strangers shall what?
Shall build out thy wall.
Right. So just the same way as you had your home taken from you, blacks and Hispanics had to build homes here. The Lord said that the sons of strangers shall build up your walls. Right. This is why the Bible. Don't you know? I know you know about old gospel songs and talk about being at rest. This is what it's talking about. This is what it's talking about, being at rest. Get people. Come on.
Thou shalt build out thy walls.
Come on.
And their kings shall minister unto thee.
Come on.
For in my wrath I smote thee.
Right, in God's wrath, right, he put us through affliction, right, he put us in bondage, he did it. He let these nations afflict us. Why? Because he was angry with us, because we didn't want to follow his rules. Just like any good parent, right, he afflicted us. Come on.
But in my favor.
But in his what?
In my favor.
The Lord gonna have mercy on us in these last days, right? This is why we stopped dealing our people drugs, using drugs, right? Stop being, right, murderers, right? We come out here teaching this Bible. Come on.
I have mercy on thee.
In these last days, the Lord gonna have mercy on us. Come on.
Therefore, thy gates shall be open continually.
Come on.
They shall not be shut day nor night.
Wow.
That man may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles.
They're gonna bring to you all the riches that they got. Right. This is the same way that they was chopping off little brothers and sisters' hand for not bringing enough gold to them. Right? They're going to be bringing us all the riches that they stole. They're going to be bringing it right back to us. Come on.
And that their kings may be broke. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee.
This is a beautiful part right here, sister. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee. This whole Isaiah
shall perish.
14:3. Shall what?
Shall perish.
Right. For the nation and kingdom that don't want to serve God's chosen people, which you are, sister, shall what?
Shall perish.
They're going to die. The Lord going to kill them for not wanting to serve you. Oh wait, I don't want to serve so-called these Native Americans and these niggas and spicks. Right, the Lord gonna kill them.
Right, Redskins, right? All that's what they call us, right? These Indians,
and that's funny that they say Redskins because what? That's the same thing that we do as kids. What? The same thing I do with this brother as we do when we kids. When I got a problem with me, or I'm ignorant, or I'm stupid or something, you know what I do to get the light off of me? You know what? He's stupid. You see that? You see that? I say it first. So he's stupid. So now people don't look at me. Why? Because he's the red man. So what he went and did, he went and called Native Americans red. You know what I mean? To take the light off of him being red, he went and called them red. So nobody gonna know. I called them red first. So don't say I'm red. See that? Dang it. You know what I mean? Come on.
Come. John 14.
Come on.
The sons also of them that afflicted thee.
The sons also of them that afflicted us, come on.
Shall come bending unto thee.
No, shall come standing.
Shall come bending unto thee.
The Lord said they're going to come bending unto us, come on.
And all they that despise thee,
come on,
shall bow themselves down at the sole of thy foot, their feet.
And these nations going to bow down to the sole of your feet. Why? Because you're a child of God. Right. Like this, you see, pastors are not going to read this in the church. Why? Because their pockets ain't going to get filled. They're not going to read this in the church. Go to Jeremiah 23 and 5. What you got in Isaiah? Isaiah 14 and 3.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 3. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow.
And I really love this verse, sister. because from seeing my mom work, right, for me from working since I was 9 years old, pumping gas, right, bagging bags, right, for 50 cents. Be that part again, brother.
And it shall come to pass that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow.
And that's all we want, man. We just want to get rest from all the atrocity, all the hurt that befall our people, man. We want it to end. We tired of keep going to work and building somebody else's company.
Bring it out.
Our company never get built. That's why we don't got no company. Right? So all we keep doing is make these other nations rich, right? Off of our labor, right? Because our hands are strong, stronger than theirs to carry. They can't carry this stuff, right? Come on.
And from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
From thy fear and the hard bondage we was made to serve, right? We serve hard bondage here, right? So the Lord is going to reward us, right, for staying faithful to Him, right? This is why we can leave this world alone and turn to Him in fear and sincerity. Why? Because we believe in all the promises that He said, all of them. Bruce, you got it.
This is the book of Jeremiah 23 and verse 5. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise up unto David a righteous branch. Verse 4. And I will set up a shepherd over them, which shall feed them.
What?
Shall feed them.
And the Lord said He's going to set up shepherds, true shepherds, in these last days that shall what?
Shall feed them.
That shall feed our people. What? With wisdom and understanding. Letting them know who they actually are. Right? Letting them know that they not niggas and spicks. Right? That they not nobodies. That they actually God's chosen people.
And they shall fear no more.
And they not going to be scared. They're not going to be scared to actually say that they're God's chosen people. And they're going to be saying it boldly. Right? This is why the Lord is raising these men up here. Right? All praise to the Most High God. Man, that's stand by.
That's right. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13.
We're gonna leave you with this, sister. Right? You know what I mean? Since you know this shit, Israelite, what should you do for the Lord? Come on.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God. Keep His commandments.
What?
Keep His commandments.
Fear the Most High God and what?
Keep His commandments.
We have to keep His commandments. Right? The Christian church say, don't keep the commandments. But the Bible said keep it. So who are we going to listen to? We going to listen to man, or we going to listen to the Most High God? We're going to listen to the Most High God, right?
Fear God, keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of men.
This is all we was put on this earth to do, right? Not to be people workers, not to be nobodies, right? Not to just be going around bumping our heads in the walls, right? We was put on this earth to do the will of the Lord, right? So all these nations can see us standing in order, right? Not making whores out of our sisters, right? And actually leading our people the right way. Right, this is what we was meant to do. That's right. So what you got?
God, this is the book of Colossians chapter 3 and verse 12. Put on therefore as the elect of God, holy and beloved, bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, and long suffering.
Right, long suffering. Sister, we're gonna have to suffer for this truth. Right, we understand. That's why we get that's why we get locked up. Right, this why all these false reports on us. Don't you know that we're on the terrorist watch list? Who did we hurt? We're not trying to hurt nobody. All we do is reading the Bible. Right, and we get counted as terrorists. Why? Because you're a terrorist because you're coming out here and reading. Right, the white man like, hold up, it's packs to be moved out on the street. Why are you not doing that? You know what I mean? Why are you not moving these packs?
That's right.
I brought them here from these other countries just so y'all can move them. Like, why are y'all reading a book? That's all it is a book. Let's not be real about it. We gonna see. Right. Jump down to 17.
Verse 17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of YAHAWAH. It's like, do all in the name of the Lord YAHAWAH, giving thanks to Yahweh and the Father by Him.
And that's what we do. We give all glory and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem YAHAWAH. And we say, Mawaf Lababo.
You ever broke down and cried, tears falling from your eye, praying to Yahweh God to point you to that dotted line. Moving wrong, but I just want to stop without the octagon. I know my heart is righteous, but these curses make me compromise. Used to play the block and grind, serving people poison, and these saying people was kin to me, but I just helped destroy him, and my brothers act like enemies. They don't know what they doing, cause they talk about dividing us and lead us to a ruin. But I tightened up. Now I'm standing bold in front of Edomites. I used to dwell in darkness, but the spirit helped me see the light. Christians try to tell me about